toxic. Somehow you're fine with it, even when I'm chaotic. You see the shade in the cold, it's just my bad temper. What am I supposed to do? When the flames going high with my bad patience, I hate it always falls on you. But you know it's not about our love fading. You know it's not about, yeah.
I hope I'm live. I'm not sure because I was getting quite a few errors saying I need to fix stuff. But let's see. So I haven't been live in a while, and I just wanted to come on live for a little bit, chat with you guys while I work on my granny square crochet blanket. Okay, let me double check and hopefully things are working. Let's see, is there sound? Okay, hopefully we're good, because it's telling me something about bitrate not being correct and I need to fix that, and I don't know what that means. So let's see if this works okay, or if I need to figure it out. I was actually planning to go live like, I don't know, 2 hours ago, but I was playing around with OBS, just trying to change up some different stuff, and I pushed some button that just broke absolutely everything of my stream. So I spent the last 2 hours trying to go through and get that back together and fixed. And hopefully it's okay. So yeah, I have not been live in a while. And mostly that's just been because I've been taking care of my Cody. And I was actually planning to have a live Cody cam going right now. But Cody is actually in the bathroom behind the toilet. So I was like, yeah, that's not the best place to set up a camera. So no live Cody cam today. He had his painkillers and all of his medicine a while ago. So he is knocked out from that. And he's just back there asleep. And it is so hot today. I think we have 6 more days of this heat wave, and then it's gonna go down to like, what did they say, like the 90s. So no more of this 105, 106 and up weather. I'm gonna be so relieved when the temperatures drop, because this is just too hot. I am not, oops, I put that in the wrong spot. I am not enjoying this heat at all. So I have been wanting, did I mess up like a long time ago? Oh no, I'm good. Okay. Thought I had messed up and like not put 3 single crochets. So I've actually been wanting to make a rectangular granny square blanket for a while now. And finally I'm getting around to trying it out. And so this is a pattern that I'm doing. It looks a little bit different because I didn't actually know how to do a rectangular granny square. So I just, of course, went on YouTube and searched for how to do it. And the first video that I clicked on was the one by Mikey and the Crochet Crowd. And he kept saying, you know, tutorial for a modern rectangular granny square. And I was just like, yep, that's what I want to make. But I didn't realize that a modern one is actually a little bit different. I'm getting like, I have plants all over my desk, and like the little plant potting mix kind of gets everywhere because the cats play with it, so it's getting on my project. But you know, I was thinking that this was going to be just a normal granny square where you have like the big spaces in between. And then once I started doing it, like it was different because you have these single crochets and these chain 3s, and I don't know, I just kept going with it and didn't think that it was actually doing a different type of granny square. So yeah, so it's making the clusters kind of just line up on top of each other instead of having those big gaps in between, which I don't know, I've never done a granny square like this, so hopefully I like it. The yarn that I'm using is this crazy bright yarn by Red Heart, and the color is Day Glow. And I also have pink. Now I'm trying to decide, like my original plan was I was going to alternate between the variegated and the hot pink. But now part of me is kind of thinking that I might end up doing the whole thing with just the variegated, but not sure yet. But we will see. So I'm gonna probably just use up like the whole skein of this and see how it looks, and see if it's like too busy, then I'll go ahead and swap over to using the solid pink to kind of break up some of those colors. So yeah, so not sure how I like the granny square like this, because I wanted, like what I was planning to do was the one that was like with the big spaces in between, so I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna like this one, but I'm gonna keep going with it. I printed out my pattern because yeah, I wasn't quite remembering how to do it, so I was like, you know, I'm probably gonna have to double check on that as I'm going. So my other crochet project, so it is, I guess, WIP Wednesday. I can talk a little bit about my WIPs. I don't really have that many that I'm working on. I haven't been crocheting as much because I've been so focused on, you know, taking care of Cody, and I haven't been sleeping, so I've been really, really tired lately. So haven't gotten much crochet done, but today I was like, you know, I have to crochet. Crochet is my stress relief. It's what puts my mind at peace. I love doing it. So I was like, you know, I'm feeling stressed. I'm not feeling great. I need to focus on my crochet for a while. So that's kind of been what I've been up to. And decided that I finally want to start this blanket because it's been on my mind a while and I really just wanted to, you know, start it. So my other project I haven't finished yet. That is my frog granny square bag. And right now I'm making the back panel on that and love how it's looking. But I don't know, I wanted something like a project that I could just kind of not have to look at a pattern once I kind of just, because this is a 2-row repeat. So like once I kind of internalize, memorize that repeat, it's pretty straightforward. So I'll just kind of be able to just sit around, relax, and crochet on this without like having to, you know, think about it or read a pattern really closely. And that's just kind of what I'm in the mood for today. Like, am I doing this right? Okay, I think I'm good. Me trying to talk and crochet at the same time doesn't always go great. Like my attention span, it is not good. I am so easily distracted by things. Like I don't focus. Anything that I see is going to distract me. And I've always been like this. I feel like I'm just finally starting to embrace that my attention span is so limited. Wait. What did I do wrong? Oh, I think I just finished that. Hold on. That's why I was like, why am I... What did I do? Oh, wait. Okay. That's what I did. I had gotten to the part where I needed to connect it. And I just kept doing another round of these chain 3s. So let me check my pattern. Single crochet, chain 3. Is this 4 or 5? So when I get to the end, I need to... Hold on. I'm already confused. So this pattern, it's a free pattern from Your Inspirations. And Mikey the Crochet Crowd has a video tutorial for it, which I did watch just recently, but I guess I've already forgotten how to do this. So slip stitch into the next repeat front. Okay, single crochet, single, okay, continue around to the beginning. Yeah, so I think I just slip stitched into the beginning. So instead of slip stitching, I had just continued to go around. Whoops. In the next part, I need to slip stitch into the corner space. And then start my repeat. So chain 3, 2 double crochet. And I think I just chain 1 in between. Okay. So I think I'm good now. Okay, so I have that, and then there's no like chain 1 between the clusters. Just keep going to the next cluster. Yeah, clear example of how limited my attention span is. I had just read the pattern, watched the video, and immediately forgot how to do it. Okay, now it's back working. And I love this color of yarn. I think it is so pretty, and I just realized, like, it's the color, it's my colors, because my bedroom is painted green, lime green. My hallway is painted orange. My bathroom is painted hot pink, and my car is yellow. So it's like, it's me, it's my color. So I love that. I guess that's what kind of drew me to this yarn when I, was browsing for some to make a blanket out of, because I just love bright colors. Like anything that's just crazy bright, I love it. Okay, I have a corner here. And in the corners, I only chain 1. Okay. And it's strange because I actually have not always loved like the bright colors. Like I used to actually like dark colors. Like when I was a kid, my favorite color was black. Like I loved anything dark. Then I went through, like, I started liking blue, and that was my favorite color for a while. And then I don't know, I guess as I got older, I just got obsessed with neon color. So anything that is neon, that is what I'm gonna love. I feel like I should probably put a stitch marker at the beginning of the round, because that's what happened to that other one. I forgot I was starting a new round, and I was just continuing around. So I should probably put a stitch marker. Do I have any laying around? Yeah, crap. I don't know if you can see, but I have a kitty behind me. This is Katie relaxing next to me. I'm really hoping the fans and the ACs aren't sounding like horrible, but it's just too hot. we have to have them on. It's too hot. I couldn't sleep at all last night. It was so warm. And I ended up getting up because I had the AC on, that wasn't helping. I had the fans going, that wasn't helping. And it was just still hot to me. So I ended up getting a frozen water bottle out of the freezer and putting that in my pillow, trying to help. And it was warm, but I don't think it was actually that warm. It was mostly me, because I looked over at my guinea pigs and they were like all like cuddled under their fleece. So I'm like, I think it was probably just me. So yeah, I couldn't sleep last night. Cody actually slept really well. Like, he slept through the night. He's been sleeping through the night since he's had his surgery. So that's been great. And I was hoping I would finally sleep through, because, I knew he'd already slept through the night once. So I was hoping, like, last night, I would sleep. But I was just so hot. I couldn't sleep. It was too warm. So I'm hoping tonight things are a lot better. It's been so many nights I've just not able to sleep. And that's why I'm so tired. It's so hot, I've been making a gallon of iced tea every day. So I have it in my mason jar. And just regular tea. I'm kind of strange when it comes to tea, like when it's really warm. I actually don't like my tea to be very sweet. Like I'll put, for the whole gallon, I put like maybe a tablespoon and a half of sugar for a whole gallon. So I just want it to be a tiny bit sweet. Like for me, like if it's too sweet, it's not refreshing enough. I'm like, I don't know. And then I like to add some citrus or some fruit to it. So this time I just added some lime to give it a little bit more flavor. That's kind of just my favorite way to have tea. Like I'll drink sweet tea sometimes, like if I'm eating a meal, but for me, like I just don't think it's refreshing. Like I need just plain, very lightly sweetened tea, or like just sweetened with like natural fruit for it to be refreshing when it's this hot. So hope everyone is having a great Wednesday, and I hope there's lots of crocheting. Oops, kind of split a stitch right there. Let's fix that. So I hope everyone is just having a great WIP Wednesday, getting lots of crochet done, lots of crafting, or whatever it is that you enjoy doing. Is there a cat on the floor under me? There is. You know, I always get so worried because the cats are always like under my chair, like touching me, and I'm always like worried, like when I feel something on my foot, that it's like, hopefully it's not like some kind of crawly, but it's always just one of the cats. But it always makes me worry first. Really, I did that exact same thing. I split that stitch again. Okay, let's not do that a third time. Okay, is mine to the corner yet? Nope. Wait, not to the corner, so I don't need a chain one. I wonder how long before I actually like get this pattern so I don't have to keep thinking about it so closely, what I need to do. I have just been in a really granny square mood lately. I don't know if you can hear that in the background, but that is the guinea pig squeaking. Yeah, so I've really just been in the mood for making granny squares. Jeanette, you're here! Aw, thank you for coming to visit me! It's so nice, like, I feel like I'm just making so many great friends on here. Thank you so much, Jeanette, for all that you've done for me. I know this has just been a really tough time for me, and just thank you for helping me. I appreciate it so much. So yeah, I am finally starting my granny square afghan. I was planning to do just a normal granny square, but I didn't know how to do one, so I just Googled and found a tutorial, but I didn't realize that it was for a modern granny square that has like, where they kind of line up more than like having the spaces in between. And I guess like what I wanted to do was the one with the spaces. That's what I split another stitch. Why do I keep doing that? So yeah, I wanted just a traditional granny square, but I started it this way, so I'm like, you know, I might keep going with it and see how it turns out. So how are you doing, Jeanette? How is your day going? Hope you're having a great day. Hope everyone's having a great day. And staying cool, because this heat wave is too much. Like, it's just too much. Alright, I think... Alright, up to the corner. So I've been wanting to do a lot of granny square projects, and the other one that I have my mind on that I've been wanting to do, it's I guess a sleeveless sweater kind of, and it's like it has a hood on it, and it's so cute, and the pattern is made with super bright colors too. So I was kind of thinking about starting that for my first wearable, but I don't know. I was a little intimidated by it because I've never done a wearable before. So, I don't know. I think I'm going to make this blanket. And once I finish this blanket, then I will get started on a wearable. Because I really want to try a wearable. And I don't know if I should be using like a cotton yarn or will this just normal red heart work. Because I have quite a few of these. So, thanks Jeanette. You like the color? I love this color. So it's Red Heart, Day Glow. All of my favorite colors. Hot pink, lime green, orange, and yellow. So it's like, those are my colors. I love anything that's just crazy bright. I really want to have my Cody cam going so you guys could check in and see how he's doing, but he decided he wanted to go into the bathroom and sleep behind the toilet. So I'm like, I'm not gonna film him there. Like, out of all the spaces he could have gone, that's where he had to hang out. So yeah, so hopefully next time. I do want to start streaming more because I really enjoy it, because I love to crochet and it's just kind of fun to sit here, crochet, and have someone to chat with. I'm trying to decide if I want to come up with like an actual set schedule where I do it like at the same time every day. I feel like that kind of does work a little bit better for me because I get distracted so easily. But if I have like a set time, like a couple times a week, stream for an hour, you know, maybe that would keep me on track. And this time, I guess it kind of works for me because I have 1 hour right now before I need to feed the cat. So it's kind of like, for me, a little bit perfect. It'll be nice just when the weather changes though, and I don't have to have the AC going, because I know that's so annoying in the background to hear that running and all the fans, but it's too hot. Can't turn it off. And I was actually really wondering a lot because I was so focused, because it is so hot, I was so focused on keeping my Cody, making sure that he wasn't overheating, because I didn't want him to feel hot. So I had him in my room, I had it nice and chilly, and he didn't want to be in here. And Nikki explained to me that it's because his leg is broken, that the cold, the AC actually makes it hurt. And see, I don't know why I didn't think of that, because I broke my arm when I was a kid in 3 places. So it's like, I can tell, like, if it's going to be cold, if it's going to rain, I know, because it starts to hurt. So I don't know why I didn't think that, you know, the cold air was going to make his leg hurt. This is why we need friends to tell us this stuff. So I appreciate that. So I'm not as worried about, like, because I felt bad, like, because he wanted to stay somewhere warm, and I was just so worried about it. But I'm like, you know, he is just feeling a lot better being somewhere warm. I don't know why that just turned off for a second. Yeah, so I did break everything when I was trying to start my live stream. Let's see, what do I do now? So I'm back to the corner. Single crochet, chain 3. Right. So this is back. I'm going to put a stitch marker so I don't keep just going around like I did last time. Right, chain 3. I do like this part of the pattern because it's just a 2-row repeat. And I do really like this part where it's just like single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3. That's pretty relaxing. So this is how it's looking so far. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was so worried about my Cody. Like, oh, I was so worried about him. I just still can't believe that this happened. Like, he could have fallen so many different ways, but it's just, how did he fall and his leg just slipped down into this tiny, tiny spot? Like, just the chances of that happening, I don't know. I don't know how that happened, but am relieved that he's okay. He has his next vet appointment on August the 7th. Everything went really well with the surgery, so his next vet appointment won't be for 2 weeks instead of 1 week, which is great news. Okay, so I'm looking at this, and how many rows do I have? So one, it's kind of hard to like, because this is the middle, so I have 3 rows on each side. Part of me wants to switch to the hot pink, I think, because I do feel like if I keep going with this much of the super bright, I feel like it might be overwhelming. So I think maybe I'll go up to 5 and like have 5 rounds on each side, and then I'll switch to some hot pink to kind of break it up a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm gonna do, let's see, I'm gonna do another round, and then I'll see if I want to switch to hot pink. I love this color, but it is kind of overwhelming, so it might need something to kind of break it up a little bit. So I'm gonna do the repeat one more time. Oh, the guinea pigs are so chatty today. I'm trying to decide, like, when I change colors, should I change on after the row where I do the chains, or should I change on the row where I start the double crochets? And I think when I change, I'm not going to cut this color, just in case I want to go back and if I don't like the hot pink yet. But I feel like if I do like 5 repeats, that would be super easy for me to remember, like, and it'll be a pretty big chunk of color. And cat just walked in. Oops. I was looking at the cat and got, well, I don't know how many I have here now. 1, 2. Okay, I did get rid of one accidentally. So I'm curious, what is everyone working on today? Since it's WIP Wednesday, what kind of projects do we have going on? You guys should let me know in the comments. If you are watching, it'd be nice to just hear from you guys, see what you guys are up to, always. Speaking of cats, I do need to order some canned cat food because I'm starting to get pretty low. So I'm trying to decide, like, should I just order it on Amazon or should I go to the store and just pick some up? I think it's so hot I don't really want to go anywhere, so I probably will end up just ordering it. also do need to get myself some groceries because I'm getting pretty low on stuff. And I did the worst thing ever. Like, not yesterday, but the day before. I was making my dinner and I was making some pasta. And just like, not anything special, just pasta noodles and then sauteing whatever veggies I grabbed first. So I think I had like some zucchini, some tomatoes, some onions, and garlic. And just sauteed those in some olive oil. And then added in some tomato pasta sauce. Super easy meal. Nothing special at all. But I don't know why. I felt like I was kind of in a rush because I wanted to rush upstairs and eat and I don't know what. But this has never happened before. Somehow when I was getting my veggies out the fridge, I knocked my bottle of hot sauce and it fell out of the fridge and hit the ground and shattered. Like, I have never done that before. Oh my, it was just like, really? I'm having like the worst luck. That was a mess to clean up. And it was my favorite hot sauce too. So it's like, great, now I have to go buy a bottle of Tapatio. At least it's cheap. And it was almost gone anyway, so it wasn't like a full bottle. I'm just like, really? Out of everything that could have fell, why couldn't it have been like something plastic that did not shatter? Alright, so I think I'm good. So I will slip stitch into here. And okay. I need to make a note on here because like I keep looking at this and I keep forgetting like which row is which. So row 4 is, okay, so this is the single crochet and this one is the double crochet. Just so I remember, because when I glance at the pattern, I'm never sure like which is which. So I just did the single crochet, so now I'm going to do the double crochet. I slip stitched. So let's slip stitch here. Chain 3. And start my repeat again. Should probably move my stitch marker. I don't really need the stitch marker on the double crochet rounds because it's kind of easier to see, but if I'm not paying attention on the chain rows, oops, that's when I just keep going around and around instead of switching to the other row. One thing I need to get, I was watching a live stream last night and I cannot think of who it was. I want to say her name was Myra. I need to find the name of it. But she had this really cute row counter. I really need to get one of those. Like, I mean, for a blanket, it doesn't matter, but like for the amigurumi, it'd be so helpful if I actually had a stitch counter, like a row counter, because I never know. I think I messed up. I did. Okay. I keep forgetting that I don't need to put a single crochet in between the clusters. So I do want to get and find like a really cute little row counter. I was thinking of getting one of those like the fidget toys, the little popper ones, the counters that go up to 100 and you just do that from like Five Below if they have them at like the dollar store. Because I never know what row I'm on for any project, and I don't know, I always have to just go back and start counting or guess like I normally do because I don't want to count it. At least for blankets, I don't have to worry about it. And I think that's why I was so like wanting to finally start a blanket. Just so I don't have to, worry about counting anything. I can just sit back, relax, and crochet. One of the things I love when I'm crocheting, I love to have on like a podcast. Like I really love true crime. Like I listen to a lot of true crime stories. Okay, I am having such a problem with splitting yarn today, and I don't know why. Maybe it's just having a band-aid on my hand is kind of annoying. My hand actually has healed up quite well. Um, it's just my fingernail here is messed up because that one got like bit through really badly. And I know it's gonna hurt so bad like when it grows out. And sorry, Kitty is like over there taking messing with stuff. I know it's gonna be, I don't know, I'm just like so worried when I know it's gonna like, I was just gonna hurt when it's healing, I know, so yeah, not excited about that. I don't know what is up with the cats. I feed the cats every day at 5:30. So we have about 45 minutes before it's time for them to eat. But they're all here early and don't know why. Every time I look down, it's because one of the cats is like doing something. So they're kind of just down here playing with each other. But they usually start showing up about, 10 minutes before it's feeding time, but for some reason today, they're all here early. So we're like, geez. I love citrus so much. Like lemons, limes, anything that's oranges, anything that's like really citrusy. So good. Okay, let's see how this is looking so far. Yeah, so I've never done a granny square like this before. Like I've only done like, the ones that have the big gaps, but I'm guessing like for a blanket, this actually works. It'll work. Wait, did I mess up in that corner? No, I think it's good. Yeah, so I think for a blanket, it might be kind of nice to have one that has like smaller spaces. I mean, here it doesn't matter because it's never actually cold and where I'm at in Southern California. Like we might have like in winter, you can wear shorts all winter. We might have a day that gets down into like the 50s and that's about it. So, I mean, light blankets and stuff work perfectly for here. So I do like how this works, and I'm on round, not quite sure how to count it because the first round was like the one that you worked on both sides of it. So I guess I'll just count like going up. So 1, 2, 3, 4 of the repeats. It's a 2-row repeat. So I'm trying to decide like when I want to change, like if and when I want to change to the pink. And looking at it, I love how it looks, but I do think that it's going to need that pink in here too. Gotta get comfortable. I always, I don't know, when I crochet, I'm kind of weird. I actually prefer to be on the floor when I'm crocheting. It's just comfortable to me. I don't know. I'm a floor person. Like I don't really use my chair unless I'm like at my computer. I prefer to be on the floor. Aw, thank you too. So it's always a little like I don't know, it's a little awkward for me to actually be sitting down at a desk crocheting. What you doing down there? Always have a cat around me. At least one cat is always around me. think it's Jerry. What are you doing, Jerry? Sorry, I'm being so quiet. I feel like I'm trying to focus and not mess up. I feel like when I normally do granny squares, I feel like I usually put like a chain between each cluster. So right now it's like I just naturally want to put a chain in between. So I kind of have to keep thinking about that and not doing that. So the pattern, it said that it was using Karen cakes, and so you ordered it. Ooh, what are you ordering? Nice. Always fun to order stuff. Speaking of orders, I do appreciate some of you guys were visiting. I don't know if you found me like on YouTube or just like kind of or just like browsing Etsy, but I did get a few orders into my shop, so I appreciate that so much. So I was able to ship everything out yesterday, so it's all in transit. I have a lot of ideas for things to add to the shop. I just, I don't know. I just have been, oops, see, I'm doing that, adding an extra chain. I've just been so like low energy that I just haven't been as creative lately. But I need a new crochet bag because I have a few projects. I like to keep all my projects in a bag with a zipper because, you know, the cats get into everything. So I just like having everything bagged up so I don't have to worry about them stealing my crochet hooks because the cats love to take crochet hooks. I don't know what it is about them, but if they see one, they're going to take it. So I usually keep my stuff in zippered bags, and I have too many projects going, so I need another bag, and of course I want one that is cute. Oh, you ordered the same yarn. Nice. Oh, you're gonna do a blank. Ooh, flowers in the center. And the rest. Ooh, that's gonna be pretty. So they're like, oh, they're like granny square flowers. Oh, that's gonna be great. See, now I'm getting more ideas. That will look really nice with white. Ooh, I want to do a 3D. Oh, 3D flower. That sounds pretty. Oh, now I want to do. Oh, you know, I got a granny square. I don't know where it's at. I actually went to Dollar Tree a while ago, and they had a granny square book at the Dollar Tree for $1, and it's like a nice book, and it has some flowers in there. I want to start a granny square flower blanket too. Oh, that sounds pretty. What type of flowers are they? That sounds so pretty. See, because I have 6 of these, and the pattern for an adult size, it's for Karen cakes, and you need 6 Karen cakes for the adult size or 3 for the children size. And if I plan, like if I use the pink, I would have 3 of these left, I guess. Well, maybe. Then I could do a granny square flower blanket with it too. I don't have any white, so I would have to get white. Actually, did I get white? I gotta go through my stash. I might have picked up some white because I know I was running out of it, so maybe I did grab some. And I do have a coupon for Michaels. I have two of them, like those $5 vouchers. And you know what's so funny? I kept getting those vouchers, and I didn't realize that Michael sends those, like, they just automatically send you out a voucher. I thought I was, like, special getting a $5 voucher. And then I was listening to, yeah, I'm gonna say it. What? I need to learn how to, like, memorize channel names. But Amanda from, is it Tap Mom and the Brig Brigade? Love her. And yeah, she was, like, talking, she just did a yarn haul video. And, you know, she was like talking about what she got from Michael's, and she was saying, you know, oh yeah, I have my $5 coupon, you know, the one that they sent to everyone. And I'm like, wait, everyone gets those? I was always using them because I was like, well, I mean, I got something, I don't want to let it go to waste. Of course I'm going to use it. But yeah. I know, I just thought that was funny when I was like, what? Everyone gets these. So I do have two of those. So if I don't have white, I can use them to get some white thread. Speaking of coupons, I am like, I do not believe in paying full price for anything. Like, I don't eat out unless I have a coupon. Like, I never pay like full price for a meal. I'm not doing that. No. I'm gonna eat wherever I have a coupon that's really, really cheap. Oh, you're doing a hoodie. Oh, a crochet hoodie. What color is it? You know, I saw a pattern a while ago that just reminded me for a crochet hoodie, and I was like, can you imagine how comfortable that would feel? That sounds awesome. Hi, Isabel. Thank you. Sorry, Isabella. Thank you for joining. It's always nice when I actually have someone here I can chat with instead of just talking to myself. That is so nice of you to make that for your brother, too. I'm really selfish when it comes to my crochet projects. I don't really gift or give away crochet. Like other things that I make, like things I make for my shop, that kind of stuff, of course I'll give that away, but my crochet, I'm like, crochet's for me. I have such a hard time parting with my crochet projects. Oh, I would love to have a crochet hoodie though. I was looking at like, it wasn't a hoodie, it had a hood on it, but it was like a sleeveless vest made out of a granny square, and it had like fringes on the bottom. And that was what I was kind of thinking about trying to make for my first wearable. I'm just worried about like how to care for a wearable. And I know I got some suggestions that I should, you know, to wash it, get like a lingerie bag and wash it in there, and that would kind of protect it a little bit more. Your second one. Oh, nice. Yeah, like when you told me that you were making all those chevron blankets, that's why I had to go get mine out. I was like, memories, I need to take mine out. Mine, I have a few more, but I don't know, that one was just my favorite, like with the white, the orange, green. Oh, love that. And it's over like, I don't know, it's probably like 30 years old right now. So I've had it so long that it does have some spots in it that have holes in it. And I've tried to like stitch it up a few times, but yeah, I don't care. I still love it. But I just, since it is like starting to get old, that I don't leave it out like I do my other stuff because, you know, the cats, I don't want a hairball on it and have to wash it. So yeah, I usually leave it put away and I just take it out like for special things. But once you told me you were doing like chevron, all those chevron blankets, like 3 of them, I was like, I gotta take mine out too. Ooh, blue and white. What dinosaur spikes? Oh, that is awesome. Oh, that's so cute. I love that idea. Okay, what am I doing? I got to the end. Okay. And I need to slip stitch over to my corner. And I think I need to put a single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet. All right, so how many rounds do I have so far? That does sound like a nice hoodie. I love that. I think the dinosaur spikes, that's like so cute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do one more repeat of this, so I have 5 repeats, and then I'm gonna try adding in my hot pink to see how that looks. Let me put in my stitch marker so I don't mess up again. I love this color so much. Okay, so just making sure I didn't mess something up because it's a little bit wonky on the edges, but it'll straighten out hopefully as I go. He begged for it all summer. That is such a great idea. Conversation starter, absolutely. If I saw that, yes, conversation starter for me for sure. Are you following a pattern for it, or like are you freehanding it for the dinosaur hoodie? That is cute. I've always wanted to try to do like a design of my own, but I can't do that. I follow patterns only. They do love dinosaurs. Something is, oh, camera turned off for a second. Not sure why, but I did have that error that was on there that was like, I don't know what it meant, so I need to figure that out later on. So it is getting back to school season. Feels a lot different for me because, not teaching right now, so usually this would be kind of a bittersweet time for me. I think my old district, I think this is like the professional development week where the teachers are back getting we'll be getting classrooms ready and stuff, and then next week on Monday the students come. I did enjoy decorating my classroom. That was like, I love that. And I do a different theme every year. I would do a completely different theme for the classroom. And I just loved that, like, because I would have like, because I did special ed, so I would have my students for a couple of years. So I always wanted it when they would first walk in, it would look completely different. And they'd always be kind of excited to see like, what's our theme? And then we would actually change the theme for like every month anyways. But just that like initial, walking in to see what the first theme of the year is was always super fun. Oh, you're freehanding it. That is talent. I cannot freehand anything. Wish I could do that. How long have you been crocheting, Isabella? Okay, let's see how we're doing. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so I'm going to do one more round of the colorful. Yes, he is going to love that. You know, I've actually never made a chevron blanket. I did do a star blanket, but never an actual chevron. And I don't know why. Maybe because they're single crochet, or at least the ones that my grandma made. She'd always use single crochet, and maybe that's why I'm kind of like, that's gonna take a long time. It's pretty, I love it, but I'm kind of impatient. But maybe I should try a chevron. Yeah, so I wasn't sure, like, when with the colors, like, if they were gonna change like really, really often, or would they kind of do like the striping effect. But I honestly think, I don't know, I kind of like this if I'm gonna add the pink to it. Like, I think like it does need something to kind of like break up the color, because I like this, I like the way it looks, but for a whole blanket, I feel like it's a little bit busy. I don't know, I love busy though, so we'll see. But I think I do want to add the pink into this, the solid pink. He sits by my side. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, that's really nice. Oh, wow, 7 years. Nice. That's really good. I've been crocheting, I don't even know how long. Like, I started to learn when I was a child, like really young. Like, well, I tried to learn when I was a kid, like around, 10. And I pretty much only learned how to do a chain. And then that was it. But, I think when I was in college, I kind of got back into crochet a little bit, and that's kind of when I learned to make some simple things. I got a dog, a little toy poodle, and I wanted to make her clothes, like crochet her some sweaters. So that's kind of what made me want to start crocheting. And that's kind of how I learned, made her some different sweaters. And yeah, I crocheted for a little bit, and then I kind of just got out of it. And then just recent, like, well, I guess during the whole COVID, and got a visitor. I don't know if you'll be able to see him. One of the kitties just jumped up next to me. Ow! Scratch me. Okay, that did not feel good. One thing about having cats, like, they don't realize that their nails, if they grab on, does not feel great. What was I saying? Oh, I was talking about how I learned how to crochet. um, yeah, so I guess like during like COVID is when I kind of got back into crochet, because there wasn't much to do and I had yarn left over anyway. So I was like, I was watching a lot of like cooking videos and all that stuff, and YouTube showed me some crochet stuff, and I was like, that looks fun. Let me get back into crochet. So I started making blankets, and I think I was started off by watching The Secret Yarnery, and she just had all these blankets that were so beautiful. So that's kind of what I got back into. I was just making blankets. And, I did it a while, then took another break, and then, well, a couple months ago, I got back into it again. And I got back into it mostly focused on amigurumi this time. I think I was watching a lot of Llama Mama Kayla and just seeing all her cute amigurumis, and it just made me want to try that. And yeah, so it's been a while. it had been like mostly for me, like it'd be always like off and on with my crochet, but I feel like now I'm like really, really enjoying it and sticking with it. Like I don't see myself wanting to take a break from crochet. Just love it so much. And it just puts me at so much peace. Like whenever I'm feeling stressed, like if I start crocheting, put on an audiobook, put on a podcast, watch some YouTube, it's just it blocks out like all the stressors around me and just feels so good. So yeah, I'm gonna probably stick with crocheting for a while now. Okay, so I just did the part where I was doing the single crochet and I need to switch over. So slip stitch. Did I mess something up? No, I did. All right, I'm good. Slip stitch over. Nice. So it's so nice. I've been crocheting since I was a child. My children will watch me. Nice. 72 young. Wonderful. So what made you start getting into crochet? Like, was it like a family member? Or was it like your grandma too? Or like, what made you want to start to learn how to crochet? Nice. Did I mess up again? And I just think it's like, how, like, just thinking about like learning to crochet without YouTube, because I mean, I guess I did. I guess that's why I wasn't successful with it because I was trying to learn through a book. And yeah, my brain was like, I don't get this. I need like video tutorials. So I'm like learning to crochet, learning to do crafts without YouTube. Like, that is so difficult. 'Cause I always wonder, like, because my grandma, like, she did like so many different crafts. Like, she did the crochet, she did sewing, and she just made like lots of stuff. Like, one of the things I really remember, like, she would make Easter baskets, which were like amazing. Like, she would cover them completely in fabric, and they were like so beautiful. And I'm just like, how do you learn how to do that kind of stuff? Like, I don't remember her like ever like going to take classes or anything. I just remember she would go to the craft store, come back with supplies, and in no time she'd have something new made. And it's just like, how do you learn how to do all of that without like a tutorial? And I just imagine like if she did have YouTube, like what would she have gotten into? She would have been doing everything. Yeah, that I think that will too. Like adding the white for the flowers. Oh, that would be so pretty. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna be making one too, though. Okay, I know because what do I have a lot of amigurumi projects I want to make. I love doing the amigurumi. I want to make the wearable. And I actually have been wanting to make like a project, like another blanket using the smaller granny squares too. I might have to, I don't know, I'm thinking I might be taking that idea and doing a flower blanket too. Because that sounds pretty. Like, I love this yarn. I guess I'll decide, like, once I see how much I have left. Like, if I have enough, then I can make one. Because I love that. Oh, nice, a kit. That's really, really cool. That is really cool. So I'm glad you liked it and you ended up sticking with it. That is cool. I think when I was a kid, my preferred, like, craft, I liked plastic canvas. I remember, oh, that was my craft. Like, I love that. Like, making, like, the tissue box holders. I loved that so much. I always wanted to learn how to crochet, but I couldn't get it. And now I really want to learn how to knit. And I have, like, knitting needles. I have all different kinds, all different sizes, and it's not clicking for me yet. I was just thinking that I did want to try giving it another try. But it's like I've learned how to knit, I've learned how to purl, but as soon as something goes wrong, I can't fix it and I have to start over. It's so frustrating to me. Like, I don't know how to fix any problem that happens in knitting. Oh, I totally agree. It is rewarding. Love it. I also like other crafts I love. I don't know if it's really a craft. Well, I don't know. I think it is. But I love puzzling and I love diamond painting. Like, I love that too, but I don't really do that as much because of the cats. Like, I love puzzles, but I don't know. The cats, they get into it. They steal pieces, and it's just so frustrating. And the diamond painting, I always try to put the diamonds into like little containers, and every single time, one of those containers is going to get knocked over. So it's like, I'm just going to focus on yarn because I don't have to worry about a mess being made with it. I love doing double crochet. I think that's like my favorite crochet stitch. I always struggle doing half double crochets. I don't know why, but my crochet hook always gets stuck whenever I try to do the half double crochets. Buffy tries to chew all my pieces. Exactly. I know that feeling. Okay, so you wash yours in cold. Wait, wash in cold water by. Okay, hand wash. Yeah, I think that's what I would need to do, like do the hand wash because I mean, I put my blankets in the wash and I've never had a problem with an actual blanket, but I don't know, I'm just worried about a wearable going through the wash. So put it in a towel and then roll it. That's a good idea. I wouldn't have thought to like put it in a towel and roll it like that. We have to wash as well. Oh, okay, that's good to know. So red heart. Okay, that's good to know. I do like using red. Make sure I'm not adding. Okay. So that's good to know that it washes well. And that's kind of like I was thinking about, I don't know, like that's what I'm kind of worried about, like mixing in different yarns because I don't know if this one is actually gonna wash as well. What does it say? It says machine wash, cold, gentle, cycle, tumble, dry, low. Should work, right? Yeah, a little stiff. Yeah, it is a little stiff. But every time I've like washed, I because I put my blankets in the wash, and usually when they come out, they're like really, really nice. But I haven't tried washing like any of these other yarns like this. Like most of like, because I've always used Red Heart Super Saver. I've only like started using like the Craft Smart and the Big Twist recently. I've just always, I've always just used Red Heart, but pricing on these were really good. So, you know, I can't pass by a good deal. So hopefully it washes as well. Oh, yours is coming Friday. Nice. What time is it? All right. So I'm getting more and more cats coming to visit. It's getting closer to 5:30, their feeding time. So I'm probably gonna hang out for maybe just a couple more minutes, like 2 more minutes, and then I'll start signing off because the cats are starting to get quite distracting. See how it's looking. I was hoping that I could finish. I wanted to finish like the colorful part right now, but I don't think I'll make it all the way around. Let's see. I have 2 minutes. Let's see how far I can get in 2 minutes because I need to finish the short side and do the long side. The cats are on such a schedule. Like even if I'm like a couple minutes late, they start getting into stuff downstairs. So they've like trained me quite well to make sure I am down, walking down the stairs at 5:30, their feeding time every day. Because if I'm late, they're getting into something. I remember just one time I forgot to, I don't know, I was distracted. I was cleaning and I forgot that it was 5:30 and I was about 30 minutes late feeding them. So I rushed down there, got their food, and nobody ate anything. And I was like, are they mad at me? Why are they not, you know, eating? And then I started to think there was something wrong with the food. So I was going to get some more cans because I'm like, this is very strange that they're not eating. And then I went into where I store my pet food and they had ripped open about 5 bags of kibble. And yeah, that's why they weren't eating. They were eating a ton of dry food. Aw, thank you. Teaching is a hard job. I, you know, I love the kids. I love working with the kids, but there's just so much other parts to it. Like, there's just so much that has to be, like, so much paperwork. Like, 'cause I was a special ed teacher, and it's just so much paperwork that just burned, I don't know, that's just what burned me out, was just, I wish it could have just been teaching, could have just been like, you know, focused on the kids. That would have, like, that part was amazing, but it's just all the paperwork and all the other things that you have to do that aren't related to like working with the kids. I do miss it sometimes, and I'm kind of wondering, like, you know, do I want to go back? So the chevron's easier than it looks. Really? It seems, I don't know, it seems like there's a lot of counting to keep, like, to make sure it stays nice and, like, to have, like, those chevrons. Like, I feel like I would get off count in no time. All right, am I gonna make it? Okay, let's see. I'm gonna see if I can make it. I want to make it and finish this part. Okay, let's do fast crochet, see if I can do it. I always watch videos online of people like crocheting like crazy fast. And I'm like, how do they do that? My grandma was like that, like, man, she would go speeding with her crochet hook. Like, she would get her rounds, her rows done in no time. Hey, stop doing that. One of the cats, I have my phone plugged in so it's charging, and one of the cats is down there playing with the cable to it. Yeah, they know. They're like, it is almost dinner time, and they see that I'm not getting ready yet. They're like, let me go distract my mom and see if she can feed me. All right, am I gonna make it? I really love the orange color in here too. And I'm just kind of realizing that it doesn't seem like this yarn has nearly, I don't, as much pink as the other colors, which would work really well if I'm going to add in more pink. Or maybe it's just me like looking at it, but I feel like I see more orange and more green than any of the other colors. But that could just be me. Okay, am I going to make it? Let's go. All right, almost there. I'm going to make it. I've also been really lucky with my red heart. It hasn't had a lot of knots in it. I use a lot of Karen 1 pounds, and those usually have a lot of knots. Which doesn't really matter, like when I'm doing amigurumi, it doesn't matter as much to me, like when I have knots, because I'm not, well, because you know, it's like smaller pieces. But I feel like it gets frustrating when I'm trying to do a blanket that has a whole bunch. Okay, did I mess up? Something does not look right in this corner. Well, maybe it's fine. What do? I double crochet, slip stitch the beginning chain. No, it's fine. All right. So this is how far I got. And I think I am going to go ahead and I'm going to change to the pink and do 5 repeats of the pink and see how that looks. But I like this. All right, so I have about 2 minutes before I need to rush down and feed the cat. So this is going to be it for me. I had a great time chatting with you guys. So thank you so much, Jeanette and Isabella, for coming to visit with me. It's always so much fun to just chat with you guys, hear what you're working on, see what you're up to. So I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. So I'm going to head downstairs, going to feed the cats, make my dinner, and then later on tonight I'm going to spend some more time crocheting on this. So I'll probably post some shorts to show you guys how it looks with the pink. So thank you guys all so much for spending time with me, and I will see you guys soon.